How do you grow your MSP without sacrificing on quality? This is what every MSP owner wants to know. My name is Eric, this is MSP Mountain, and I just wanted to have a little chat with you guys about how you can do this. Now, the idea of growing an MSP is a lot of MSP owners, that's why you start an MSP, isn't it? That you want to make something that can scale, you want to make something that can grow. And basically, I would say that not sacrificing quality should be one of the key recipes for growth. And the other things that are needed is a system through which the business of the MSP is done, and always evolving structures for that system. And also having the right clients on board, the right staff on board, and the right sort of values that run the organization. And this means that every aspect of your organization has to become simpler over time and deal with greater volume. So you have like a certain number of tickets coming into the board. You know, it's probably going to be easier once you have 200 tickets a day and 20 technicians than it was when you had 3 technicians and like 15 tickets a day. It's just the law of sort of experience in business and putting in place systems. And sacrificing quality, I mean, is something that you could do if you were not actually paying attention to the results of the service. So one thing that I really see a lot of MSPs not doing is reviewing closed tickets. Think about it. The same ticket might have come up 6 times by now, and there's an underlying cause that your level 1 is not able to fix, but they just might, I don't know, turn it off and turn it on again, as the famous sort of line is, and fix it every time. Whereas like if you have somebody reviewing those tickets, like a service coordinator or a service manager, or a service coordinator, even better, escalating to a service manager when they find something like this, then you can actually see the trends in your MSP and why there are so many tickets. Why are the tickets not being handled properly by level 1? Why is a long-term fix not being presented? But if you don't look at the closed tickets or have someone do that for you, you're never going to be able to improve the quality of the way that the tickets are actioned unless you're solely relying on technician experience. And once you have more than about 5 technicians, it's very hard to rely on that, because technicians are human beings and they're all different and they have different knowledge bases. So yeah, the next thing I'm going to mention is documentation. Having someone audit your documentation to ensure that all the correct information is there in the format that you've specified. Now, this is assuming that you have a format specified and you're not just using a free-form Google document with a bunch of random information from random text that was put in there in a random way at random times. I'm talking about if you have something like IT Glue. For example, you have a guide on how your company is using IT Glue. For example, an Office 365 admin password might be called Office 365, Outlook Online, Exchange Online, email, etc., Microsoft apps, whatever, Microsoft Cloud. You could call it a million different things. But if you say to your staff, hey, we're always going to call the password for this thing according to this format, and for every sort of thing that is like that, have a format, and then you audit that. You audit that so that basically somebody's going in and making sure that that is being adhered to. All right, also growing your MSP is all about triaging the tickets better and having the right ticket landing on the right person. You can hardly do this without a dedicated service coordinator, or as some call it, dispatcher. Now, we actually heard that you can hire better dispatchers if you call them service coordinators. So there's a little tip for you, because it sounds like a more prestigious job rather than dispatch is just like answering the phones. But a service coordinator is really the person who greets the client and finds the best person to help that client. So if you're still following the model of having random texts pick up random calls or random tickets that are emailed in at random times on the service desk, and you don't have someone orchestrating the whole thing, then chances are quality will dip as you add more technicians to the help desk. So it's all about making sure the right ticket gets to the right person, and when escalations occur, that's also getting to the right person, and then reviewing the results afterwards and making sure that the things that need to be documented from those tickets are documented. The next thing I'm going to talk about is choosing your clients. Some clients are, well, they're a pain, let's just say. And while you're on your way up in the MSP space, you might need to take some of these clients. You might get excited about the money that they're going to bring into your company, and you'll accept clients that you later will not. And you really should have a clear idea of what your ideal client is and a marketing strategy that gets you more of that. And then whatever else can fall by the wayside, or some MSPs even fire clients who are difficult, let's say. It's really important. And then having the right technologies deployed to those clients. The right client is the one that will take your advice, believe me. And they will take your advice about the systems that they have implemented and how to train their staff to use those systems and how to sort of like deal with stuff like security risks and how to deal with, pretty much everything that pertains to technology and the information held within it. You need to be your best client's advisors on that. That means that the ones that take your advice will take your technology, take your stack, and then you can train your MSP staff to only deal with Cisco Meraki routers or Sonic Wall firewalls or whatever it is, or you're only dealing with one operating system. Say it's Windows 10. You're only dealing with Windows 10. No clients are going to upgrade to Windows 11. It's not allowed. It's not ready for that. Or maybe Windows 11 will be good for some of your clients. Maybe some of your clients will only use, all of your clients will only use Mac. That would be a really easy MSP to do because Macs work a lot better than PCs. They break a lot less. But I know it's a Windows world, and but the point of the matter is you want all your clients using as close to the same technology as possible and taking your advice about which technologies those are so you can train your staff and scale the operation and not have to train all of your staff on so many different esoteric MSP technologies. So and the whole thing is having real management as well and real leadership values in that management. You know, a lot of MSPs just promote technicians to be managers, and this is one of our worst practices because just because a technician has great technical skills doesn't mean that they have great people management skills. I mean, it could be the exact opposite. Having a true manager is one who enables people to grow as technicians, and senior technicians can often be very condescending. Why don't you know this? And if they're still doing the technical work themselves or attempting to do so, it's hard for them to focus on the system of the service desk as a whole because they're constantly getting their hands dirty with little bits of tech problems. Whereas like true management in your MSP, who takes responsibility for the result of the clients, rather than getting wrapped up in a bunch of problems that are coming from the tech side of things, it's really important to find these people. And you know, there might be a fork in the road for some of your people where you go to them and you say, hey, which way do you want to go? You want to become a super tech? We'll put you in the server closet. You'll do these massive projects. It'll make you super happy because you love tech. Or maybe you want to be a leader of people. It's great to have a technician that understands management and business considerations, and it's great to have a manager that understands the technical side of things. But it's not always possible for both to do both at the same time. So just keep that in mind. Put in a system of how tickets are dealt with. Constantly evolve that system and have somebody doing the sort of like day-to-day constant task execution according to standard operating procedures to get the system running smoothly, and then have a manager above them who is taking responsibility for the result that's giving the clients and tweaking the system as necessary. And I think if you take in place all of these things, then the quality of the service you're delivering to your clients is not going to suffer as you grow your organization. In fact, it's going to get a lot easier. Unfortunately, I can't comment too much on the marketing side of the MSP space because we are marketing at my company, Support Adventure, to MSPs, giving them great staff to fill their positions and a little bit of consulting as well on standard operating procedures and stuff like the stuff I've talked about in this video, which I'm giving away for free on YouTube as well. So I hope you enjoyed this, and check out Support Adventure, my company, the MSP staffing company, and if you like MSP Mountain, subscribe to MSP Mountain. I'll catch you later.